Hello everybody, happy Sunday. I'm actually cooking dinner, but I just wanted to come on here and talk to y'all real quick about Facebook parties. I was actually talking to one of my frontline today, Megan, about Facebook parties, and we talked about a bunch of stuff, but I feel like it would be helpful for everybody to know. Facebook parties is literally 99% of my business. That's how I meet new people. That's how I consistently bring in over 2K every month. That's how I make new customers. That's how I grow my customer base. So all of that is super intentional. And when I say super intentional, I do things in my Facebook parties that make them successful. So if you are doing Facebook parties and you are finding that they're not producing what you want to produce, then I wrote down some tips for y'all. So the first thing is, if you don't stop your coming inside. If you don't stop your coming inside, jump on the trampoline or don't. Sorry. If you're finding that your Facebook parties aren't producing what you want, then you need to change something, because we're not going to keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, because that is the definition of insanity, right? So if you're wanting consistent high PRV and you're doing parties and you're not getting high PRV from them, say they're barely qualifying or they're not qualifying, then we need to change it up a little bit. So if they're not doing what you want them to do, you need to fix them. You need to change something in what you're doing. So I personally have shared my mock party on here multiple times. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can search the group, search mock party, and it will come up. It's a group on Facebook where I have shared my outline with literally everything that I do in my parties. Go ahead and feed them, Bennett. And that is what works for me. So I personally know that it works, right? Because I do Facebook parties every week. Hold on, I'm on a video. So check that out if you haven't looked at it yet. If you're using that and it's not working for you, then you need to change it up. You need to put some more personal pictures on the party. You need to change up the content. You need to maybe change the order that you do them. Try even just something very small to change to see if it's going to affect your party sales, your party interaction, any of that. Because that can, maybe it'll work for you and it'll work and it'll change. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, so like I said, how are you sharing? Change that. Do you have pictures of yourself with products? Do you have yourself, do you have pictures of yourself with your family? Are you telling them about yourself? Are you not just focusing on the sale, but you're focusing on how you can help them? Bennett, come here real quick. I'm on a video, you need to be quiet. Hostess coaching. Are you coaching your host? Are you telling them what they should be doing? Do not assume that your host knows what to do, even if they've done a party before. Telling them that they should be commenting on everything. We're not just liking, we're not just loving, we're commenting, we're interacting with the party. Whatever I share, they should be saying something about. They should be tagging people in posts that they think that they would like. And sharing, having hosts tag people in the post of what they think they would like. So if they know that someone that travels a lot, they'll tag them in the Go post, in the Cincy Go post, something that's really good with traveling. And what we talked about today was think about how many parties that you're invited to on Facebook. Me personally, every day I'm invited to some party, probably because I'm in direct sales and I try and support as many people as I can. But if I don't get a personal message from my friend that has invited me to this party, I don't look at it. And sometimes I'll even decline it and say, no, I'm not attending. Because I don't like being treated like just another number or just another person. And I don't expect my host or my customers to feel like that either. So think about if you were on the receiving end of that party, having a mindset of, oh, how big can I make this party, needs to change to, how can I help these people in this party? Okay. What can I do to get them the perfect warmer for their space? Or what can I do to have them find the perfect scent for them that they love? And have your host message them, because one thing that I do at the end of the party, if someone accepted the invite to the party, even if they didn't respond on anything, if they accepted it, I feel like, okay, they've seen it, they know that it's going on. And if they haven't ordered, I will message them on the last day of the party and just say, hey, just wanted to check in to see if I could help you with your order for Susu's party. It closes tonight, and I leave the link. The other day, that got me over $100 in orders from people who the Scentsy party to them is not a priority. Everyone has their own life. Everyone has things going on. And if I wouldn't have sent them that message, they all responded with, oh my gosh, I didn't realize it closed tonight. Even though I had posted in the group that day that it was closing that day, like at least 3 times. Okay. So, and also an important post at the beginning of the party is that they change their notifications, because when you're added into a new group, you're automatically put on highlights. You don't get all the notifications. So they're not, and that's another thing to pay attention in your parties. If you have 20 people in a party, but you're noticing that only the same 5 people are seeing the post, because in a group you can see who sees the post, just like this group, then you can tell your hostess, hey, I'm noticing that only these 5 people are seeing my post. That probably tells you that the other 15 aren't, their notifications aren't on. They're not being notified that someone's posting the party. And even me sometimes as the host, I'll forget to change them. So sometimes the people will post in it and I won't see it because I forgot to change it to all notifications. So those little things are important to pay attention to and make sure that you are, again, the little things add up to the big things, right? But on the last day I messaged them. If I message them, I also tag them. This is something I've started new, consistently doing. I've also tagged them in the post that says like last call or this is the last day. I tag them in that post and I say, hey, I sent you a message. Today's the last day. Let me know if I can help. And that way, because when you message someone on Facebook, and this is all about knowing Facebook, but when you message someone on Facebook that you're not friends with, where does it go? It goes to their other folders. So sometimes, especially some people don't even know they have an others folder. They don't know that it will go there. And some people are always like, I don't see a message from you. And I'm like, go to message me and it will pop up. But me tagging them, making it personal, I feel like some consultants are scared to like bug someone. But if they accepted the invite to the party, that means that they're coming, right? Like if we were having an in-home party, that means that was their RSVP to say yes. They can say no to the group. So I feel like once they say yes to that invite, they're fair game. My response to that is if you say yes, then you want to be there. I mean, right? You could easily have said no or just ignored it, but you said yes. So I'm going to remind you that that party ends. I'm going to tag you in post. I'm going to send you a message and make sure that you know that the party's about to end. All of those things add up to building a relationship with people, talking to people, and making them know that they're not just another number in a party. Because again, all of us have so many parties that we're invited to on Facebook because, obviously Facebook is a outlet for direct sales. But how are you standing out to people in your parties? How is your party different from the other Scentsy parties that are being invited to? So just make sure that if you are finding that you're not getting the numbers that you want from your Facebook party, that you're not just saying or sitting back and saying, oh, Facebook parties don't work for me. That's just not how, it's not going to work. They just don't work for me. No, you need to change something. You need to change something. You need to try something different. You need to think of a way to run your business differently. because it's not your Facebook parties. There's obviously something in your Facebook party that's not working if you continually not get parties that don't qualify, or if you barely qualify all your parties, something needs to change. Stop copying, pasting, and use ideas to make your own, okay? You'll also see in my mock party that I am very short and simple. Everything in my business is simple. You don't get long emails from me. You don't get long messages from me. You don't get long posts from me because, one, I don't read long post messages or emails. I just don't. And some people may want to give all the details at once, but I feel like a lot of my posts leave room for people to ask questions and start that conversation, right? People will ask, oh, well, how long does the flower last? Or how do I color it? Or whatever it may be. Opening that up to have that conversation with people is so much important than having a paragraph with every post that you share on Facebook for a party. Because again, everybody's busy, and even though that this party is your priority, yes, even though this party is your priority and maybe the host's priority, it's not the guest's priority to be there and to see every post and to want to know all the things. You have to see it from their point of view, where they're trying to get in and out, see what they want, and move on with their life. Half of them forget that it's going on. Half of them don't realize it's going on. Half of them don't realize that it closes in 3 days. So just making sure that all that is known and not just sharing in a group without having any contact with people. So yeah, those are some ideas. If you are struggling in your Facebook parties, if you are not getting, now let me take a step back and just say that you're going to have flops in Facebook parties. You just are. It's groups of people. It's paydays. Could be a slew of reasons. But if you're consistently having low parties, something needs to change. And all of these things that I've listed or that I've shared tonight add up. So try them, see if they work, see if they make a difference. And just the biggest thing is make sure that your hostess is wanting to do all those things, wanting to tag people, wanting to interact, wanting to message them. So it's more of a personal party than just another random party on Facebook. So take a step back, do some self-reflection, look at your parties. Would you interact on your party, or is it super spammy and I want to sell? Okay. And if it is, then one, if you're having issues, like I said, reach out to your sponsor, let them know, brainstorm some ideas, that's enough. Brainstorm some ideas that you can do differently and change it up. Nothing has to be the same in this business. Everything's evolving, everything's changing. So if you get stuck, keep on going. Y'all let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a good Sunday.